Good morning, everybody. I believe it's morning of day 18 on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, it's gonna be the last day I say what number it is because I'm starting to forget. And it's only been 18 or so days out here on trail. But we are up early, pushing north. Stayed last night just off the edge of Max Patch. Let me turn you around and show you this morning. Hopefully the sun is not blowing it out, but it is beautiful. Here we go. Here's our trail. It was windy last night. Came up pretty late, but all in all, it was a good night's sleep. If that's not a great way to start your day, that morning view. I honestly don't know what is. So with the top of the morning to y'all, let's push north. This is a neat little camp we just walking straight through this morning. You can see the white blaze right there, so and we're still not even 20 minutes into our morning, and this whole little thicket in the water, looks like an old water hole or something down there. Like a stream, and pretty neat. This here's what I've been waiting to walk through, things like this. The grassy fields and just the rolling hills. Get out of those big rock climbs. Alright, let's push on up here to this first shelter and get some breakfast. We keep coming across these bridges all morning, across all these water sources. They've been everywhere today. So I figured I'd catch one on film for you. Looks like the clouds have rolled in early and it's getting a little misty. Let's see if we can beat this rain. So this here is what our day has turned into. Just a big soupy mess. I think this here is called Cowpen Gap. But we're still climbing on our last big climb for the day. But clouds have rolled in and the mist is here. Got a little bit of sprinkles earlier, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows. All right, now, so that mountain was Bluff Mountain. I crested right after I saw you guys last at Cowpen. It was a 4,600 foot climb, just over a mile, in this soupy fog and dampy mess. We are now heading down the other side on our way to find somewhere out of this weather for lunch. But just want to jump on here and let you guys know that was Bluff Mountain. They called your bluff because it was long and up. It was reminding me of Unicoi, 1,000 foot elevation climb in just over a mile. But it wasn't so rocky like Unicoi was. So they get that going for them. Just long and up. But that's all I got for right now. It's another dreary day. So here's the trail, and then we'll get back at it when we can. So it's been raining on us pretty good for the last few hours now. Haven't been able to film much because it's just been downpouring. Either been under my umbrella or rain jacket. Get too hot, take one off, put one back on, but it's just a light drizzle right this minute here, and I'm kind of protected overhead from some trees, so I was able to get the camera out and just show you. Not that you're missing anything. That what hikers do when it rains, we hike and we get wet. So it's just a little bit of the late afternoon trail in the rain. Whoops. Working on our last 2 miles here. And get down to the shelter and get camp set up for the night. If this rain breaks, you can find a dry spot and we'll set up. If not, we may just spend the night in the shelter for tonight. All right, let me get at it. It's getting late. All right, well, it's still raining and everything's fogging up, but here we are at the sign for the shelter. This is Deer Park Shelter, and we are holding short of Hot Springs, North Carolina by 3.2 miles. We're gonna head right up in here to the trail to the shelter. This here is the trail I just came down, and heading north is the trail right there. So I'm gonna boogie on in here and see how many people are here and what's going on at camp. Figure out where I'm gonna sleep tonight, either in my tent or in the shelter, and then I will be back for end of the day wrap up. But this rain has not let up and I am soaked, so let me get on in there and I'll get back with y'all. All right, good evening everybody. Welcome to our end of the day wrap up. We are here at the Deer Park Mountain Shelter for the evening. It is right here behind me. It is a real small one. It's wet, so everyone's got their gear hanging. And there are 5 of us in there tonight. Just everything's muddy out behind me. There's only one tent out front, one tent out back. I don't know if you can see like the mud puddles on the ground and things like that, but we're just held up short of Hot Springs, North Carolina. So without further ado, and let me turn you around, show you the book, and check out the mileage for the day. All right, here we go. All right, so we started our morning right there at 255.1 on top of Max Patch Summit. Got that beautiful sunrise with that cloud layer, looking right over the tops of the mountains. And our elevation was 4629 last night. So leaving Max Patch, we had a good descent most of the day. We pushed on real far before we even stopped for lunch. Turn that page. And we kept coming down, and we were gonna stop at the Walnut Mountain Shelter, but we just ended up taking a big picture because that's when the fog rolled in, the clouds were getting misty, the winds picked up, so I didn't even do any filming up there. We just kind of, you know, hit it and get, so just passed right on by, and then that was another drop. And then that big climb, that Bluff Mountain right there, that climb lasted forever, and I didn't think it was gonna ever end. And that's when the skies turned on us, and right there, 4686, and we started at the bottom at 37. So like I told you, it was over 1,000-foot climb. And let's look at the mileage so you can see it. 2625 at the bottom to 2642 at the top. So just under 2 miles, and it was straight up. And then we went down, then we had a long descent through the day, long descent all the way to where we are right there at 271.7 Deer Park Mountain Shelter. And a grand total of a 16.6 mile day. And our elevation is as low as 2319. And I'll let you sneak peek right there. Hot Springs, North Carolina. We are only 3.2 miles. That's what we got tomorrow. We got that Nero. That's right, we got that Nero going into Hot Springs, so you know what that means. We're gonna take a full 0 the next day. And I'll probably combine those 2 days into one video, so after this we should be showing you the morning in, do Nero 0. So again, thanks for everyone for tuning in and following along with this journey, and I appreciate every one of you. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye.